Hello, graduates. Imagine this. You're standing in front of a door. You've knocked, you've waited, you've even tried the handle, and it's locked. Maybe you've been there before. Maybe some of you are standing there right now. But what if that closed door wasn't the end of the story? What if it was just the beginning of a new chapter? I remember a time when I faced a closed door. It was that kind that made me question everything: my worth, my abilities, and even my voice. But here's what I learned: that door that doesn't open doesn't mean that's the end of the story. It's a comma, not a period. And sometimes what we see as rejection is simply redirection. So today or this month, as you walk across the stage, you are carrying stories of your own. Some of them are filled with triumph, moments when everything clicked and the world applauded. And some are filled with silence, the kind that makes you think speaking up feels like a risk. But let me tell you something: your voice is powerful even when it shakes. In fact, that's when it's the most powerful, because speaking up when it's uncomfortable is how you step into advocacy, not just for yourself, but for those around you that are watching and waiting for someone to show them that it's okay to stand in their story too. You see, when you speak up, you refuse to shrink your face of rejection, of dismissal. You're not just advocating for yourself, you're giving permission for others to do the same. You're saying, my story is worth being heard, and so is yours. Now, let's talk about those closed doors. They sting, they shake your confidence and make you wonder if you're good enough. But let me remind you, a closed door is not a definite no. It's often a divine redirection. And sometimes that door you're trying to force open isn't the one that's meant for you. I once stood in front of a door that I thought was my path. I tried everything to get it open: knocking, pushing, and even praying, but it stayed closed. And it wasn't until I stepped back and I looked around, I noticed another path, one that didn't require forcing, but inviting. And it led me to more than I could ever imagine. So if you're standing in front of a closed door right now, take a breath, take a step back, look around you. What else is possible? What other paths are waiting for you to notice them? And while searching, remember this: you can't pour from an empty cup. Self discovery and self care are not luxuries, they're necessities. You owe it to yourself to protect your peace, to refill your cup, and find what makes you come alive. Because the world doesn't need more graduates, for sure. It needs more whole, grounded, and unapologetically authentic people. And that's you. So, as you step into this new chapter, I challenge you to stand in your story, no matter how messy or complicated it may be. Speak up, even when it's uncomfortable, because your voice matters. Refuse to accept a closed door as the end of the road, and make self care a priority, not just for you, but for the person you are becoming. Maya Angelou once said, you can't control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Amen, for sure. So stand tall, class of 2025. Your story is still unfolding. The world is waiting to hear you. Congratulations, and go make it unforgettable.